Guys, it is Miss Thompson here. I have one of my favorite characters, Pete the Cat. The name of the book is Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons, written by Eric Litwin and illustrated by James Dean. All right, here we go. Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. Really, Pete? I guess he decided he wanted to take a nap. All right, we'll just sit up. Thank you. I'm sorry, friends. Here we go. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with four colorful round groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much he sang this song. My four groovy buttons. My four groovy buttons. Uh-oh. Pop. Oh no. One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons does Pete have now? How many? Three? Let's find out. Three. You're right. He had three buttons left. Four minus one is three. He had three, and now he had four, and now he has three. Wait a minute. Did Pete cry? Oh, goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My three groovy buttons. My three groovy buttons. Well, listen to this. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons does Pete the Cat have now? How many? Say it again. You think it's two? Okay, let's find out. Let's find out. It's two. You're right. Three minus one equals two. Did Pete cry? Oh, goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept singing his song. My two groovy buttons. My two groovy buttons. Oh, no. Another one popped off. Another one popped off and rolled away. How many buttons does Pete the Cat have now? How many? One? You think it's one? Let's see. One. You were right. Good job. He has one button left. Did Pete cry? He didn't cry. Sit up, Pete. We need you here, okay? I'm sorry, friends. Did Pete the Cat cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. That's right. He kept on singing his song. My one groovy button. My one groovy button. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons does Pete have now? How many? Zero? Okay, let's find out. You were right. Zero. He has no buttons left. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his butler's shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button. And he kept on singing his song. Look, he saw his belly button right there. So he kept singing his song. My button. I still have my belly, but my button. I still have my belly button. Pete the Cat is so funny. I guess it simply goes. to show you that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing our song. Buttons come and buttons go. The end. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Now, I want you to think about this. What did you like best about the story? Think real hard. Doom, 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 doom. What did you like about the story? I love that part too. I love it when he got to the point when he only had 0 buttons left. But one thing I love best of all is that Pete the Cat going. He kept saying, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. All right, guys, thank you for watching and listening to Miss Thompson read Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. I will see you guys real soon. I love you and have a great day. Bye.